Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, shout out for somebody finally answering Canelo, asking Canelo one of these questions about, finally asking Canelo the question about the Charlo twins. But let's talk about his response. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Man, I was washing my hair for the barbershop, got a crook in my neck. Had to go get it rubbed out, but it's coming out. But hey, appreciate everybody for just checking in. Just keep sharing the videos, man. Best donation you can make is share the videos. But if you want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App CJ Good 313. Share the video. Got started late today. Had Sapato over. Mason had a play date, so I had to handle some other business. But he went on to say, and shout out to I think it was a Fight Hype. It wasn't Marcos, but one of his guys that did an interview for him. He asked Canelo the question, and Canelo kind of smirked and this, that, and the third. But he went on to say, I respect my opponent and give them all the respect they deserve. Said Canelo on fight Uterman, but excuse me, I'm in the wrong place. He said Canelo, excuse me, I'm trying to. But he said all fighters always say the same thing. Said Canelo about complaining that he's avoiding them. I'll be one, I'll be another. One comes. That's how it's normal. It's a part of the game. Hopefully, yes, why not? Said Canelo told about fighting Jermall Charlo. Thinks he avoiding him. All fights has to happen with one of those two. So he dug Jermell straight up and down. Matchroom told Jermell Golden Boy told Jermell when he was part of Golden Boy that the Canelo fight was next. Then they replaced him with James Kirkland. They told James Kirkland that he couldn't have Ann Wolf in the corner. Okay, so that did happen. At the end of the day, man, he said, it's another one. Like, nigga, you ain't Floyd. You ain't dispatching these fighters. And if they give you a close fight, you're not rematching the Castillos or the Madonnas of the world. You had a close fight with Trout, didn't give him a rematch. Had a close fight with Lara, didn't give him a rematch. You could rematch Triple G, okay. Like I said before, man, they tried to put him on a pedestal. Like, and they did the same thing with Chavez. Chavez was a great fighter in his own right, but yeah, come on, he was robbing motherfuckers. And no disrespect to Mexico, if that's the best you got to offer, man, because a lot of people thought Mildred Taylor should have won that fight. But if that's the best you got to offer, man, shit, come on. And my whole thing is, it is, man, but it's always some type of fucking shit around Canelo. When Canelo beat somebody straight up, man, okay, I'll give him his respect. I felt he beat Triple G the first 2 times. That's my opinion, but it's still people got questions, okay? He didn't beat Triple G neither one of the times. Like, even went the distance with a Drain Chavez. His first title for the WBC, was at a catchweight for Matthew Hatton. He didn't stop him. So you weren't stopping Matthew Hatton, you weren't stopping the Trouts, the Lars of the world, but you go up 2 weight classes, you stop Kovalev. Yes, because he paid Kovalev to weigh in all those times and to take a dive, in my opinion. That's the truth. So he go on and say it's always some. They come up with another fighter. Like, dude, you're not beating the fighters that's on your plate. You're not destroying the Trouts. You're not destroying the old-ass McGill Cottos. You didn't stop the old-ass Shane Mosley. You're not destroying these guys. Or you're not outboxing these dudes. But you can knock out Kovalev at 175, but you couldn't knock out old Shane Mosley. Come on, something ain't adding up. 1 + 1 ain't 2. They always come up with another fighter. Like, he's been asking you for years to fight Jermall. To fight Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade was about to fight Billy Joe Saunders. After Billy Joe Saunders pop out, they're about to fight. Here you come again. Oh, Billy Joe, I'm going to give you extra money. Don't fight Demetrius Andrade. Come on, man. People already know, man. Like I said before, a lot of these Mexican fans going to try to act like it ain't so. With Chavez getting a lot of benefits to the Dows cheating. With Canelo getting the benefit. They want to kind of erase that, man. Bullshit I see firsthand. Canelo ain't that great to me, and we can argue all day about it. But let's be real. Who he taking behind the woodshed and giving them a fucking shellacking? Who is he knocked out fair and square? He always, you can't weigh in this. You can't do this. You can't do that. That's my thing about it. And then you ask to fight Uterman. Nobody want to see the fucking Uterman fight. They could have elevated you to franchise champion, and Uterman could have fought David Benavidez. I ain't watching that bullshit on Saturday. I'd rather watch Joseph Parker fight. I'd rather watch Miles and Mason play around. Come on, man. Canelo act like he a big dog, but this him, he a little dog. He a little dog who think he big. All right, boy, I'm sorry. You better your nap. You ain't gonna get to fight one of them. You been saying that shit for years. Here come Big Dog. He been saying that shit for years, bro. Nobody trying to hear that's always, you can't do this, you can't. When he gonna fight somebody straight up? When he gonna fight somebody be like, oh yeah, let's do it right, let's do it at full. Well, come on, man, get out of here, man. This dude is full of some malarkey. And the guy that answered that question, I appreciate that. One love. Yo, shout out to him. He rolled his eyes. He probably said, don't have him come and ask questions no more. Them type of dudes. Man, it's crybaby ass nigga. He can't get in. My Big Dog crying. You mad. I want to say you crying. You mad. But nobody trying to hear that, man. That's my problem. He want to sit here and talk all this shit about him. He ain't pound for pound number one. You can say, well, Crawford ain't. But Crawford ain't duck no fade. Earl Spence, Canelo, he duck a lot of this shit, man. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Crawford ain't gonna tell Earl Spence, you only can come in at 151 pounds come fight night. You gotta win 2 or 3 times. Man, come on, man. It's like it's a special set of rules for Mexicans. They didn't create the sport. They was part of the perfection of the sport, but the Queensberry rules was created in the UK. Have we not seen it, man? That's my thing. They should sit here like they created the sport. But, we talking about him fighting him. You know who I like to see him fight? Jermell. Him and Jermell could meet at somewhere at 160 and some change or 160. He got the style to beat Canelo. If he can move up, it could translate his speed, his aggressiveness. I believe he could take Canelo punching power. Canelo can't fucking punch like that. Canelo like a B puncher, he ain't no Julian Jackson. Who's the greatest one punch Mexican? I would love to ask that question. Who y'all think it is? But he ain't no great one punch artist. Not saying that his counter shots can't knock him out. Yeah, with a shot that Canelo Charlo can't see coming. But I would like to see him fight Jermell or Jermall. Jermall stay on top. I think Jermell is the more talented fighter. But the thing about Jermall, he got a great jab that's gonna stay on Canelo ass all night, and that's gonna be interesting because we talking about Jermell. Jermell got stamina. Them the type of fighters. Jermell a little bit more aggressive. He more aggressive, so he gonna stay on top of Canelo all night. With Jermall, he can be aggressive, but he like that space. Jermell gonna be in your face like that, but Jermall like that space. And if his jab can give Canelo problems, he'll be able to knock Canelo. Ain't trying to fight no niggas. Every time he fight in the melanated fighter, it's a scare. Austin Trout, Lara, Floyd Mayweather, he lost. He not trying to fight Demetrius Andrade because he already know. Remember when Billy Joe Saunders beat David Lemieux? When he look invincible. Well, Eric Gomez said, well, Canelo already fought that style. He don't want to fight that style again. I'm just telling you, dude, the way they put some of these fighters on a pedestal, though, it's crazy. Imagine Earl Spence said, well, I already fought that style. I ain't got to fight. Get out of here. They put these dudes on the pedestal, and these dudes are not good. Not that good. If Canelo fought niggas straight up and down, Canelo had several losses. He lost to Lara. In my opinion, he could have won any way with Chada Cotto. He lost Triple G to it. Man, come on, man. If he was a nigga, all this they'd be saying, oh, you gotta fight this guy. I ain't trying to hear that, man. That man ducked Demetrius Andrade. Word to the mother. He ducked Demetrius Andrade. Remember when Demetrius Andrade had the 154-pound WBO belt? Canelo went to 55. They stripped him. Liam Smith fought Liam Williams, and Liam Smith won. He came from 55 to 54 to fight Liam Smith. That's crazy. Come on, this dude ain't trying to. Every time he fights somebody black, it's close. And arguably, if he wasn't Mexican, he would have lost all those fights, man. He lost all those fights. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. I hate seeing that fucking type of privilege. Because when you talk about talent, he ain't that good. He good, but he not that good to be trained. If he was a nigga, you wouldn't be seeing people praising him. You got these black fighters praise him. He the best at doing it. Fuck them. If he was a nigga, they wouldn't be praising him. If he was black, he was a nigga, he'd have losses. I ain't trying to hear. I watch this dude. He ain't that great. He beat the Charlo twins fair and square, and Andrade, I'm like, okay. He on the pedestal. He could be pound for pound number one. You look at his resume, it ain't nothing but close calls and benefit and being the beneficiary of a gift. I ain't trying to hear that, man. I ain't trying to hear that, dude. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All our social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All links in the description. We also got a Facebook group link there. You want to check that out. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJGood313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well too. Appreciate Gary Benson for donating Benny last couple weeks. Other than that, let me know what you think in the comment section. Think about Canelo, Charlo, Jermell. Love to see him. Nobody care about that Uterman fight. One time for the one time Goodfellas Sports TV. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We gone.